All right, after a wonderful weekend in the Bahamas, it is time to go home. This is an international flight, so we had to do a little bit more paperwork than usual. We file through the Airport Bahamas app to let Bahamas know we're leaving. We file an EAPIS to let the U.S. know we're coming. We file an IFR flight plan through 4Flight, and in the additional remarks section, we use the EAPIS number that we were issued. And then, for good measure, we also call the airport that we're arriving. We call the CBP office to verify that we have a permission granted, and they usually verify the overflight permit number. All right, so let's go get our clearance. And before we do that, let's get the weather and ATIS.
Livingston International Airport, ATIS information, entry time 1500 UTC. Arrivals runway 32, departures runway 28. Hey, Charlie 40 close, exercise caution. Arctic Arctic surface 3000 until 2359 on UTC. Weather, wind 0409 knots, bearing 010070. Visibility 8 nautical miles, clouds few, 2,500. Temperature 20 degrees Celsius, 2.11 degrees Celsius, altimeter 3025. All arriving aircraft must contact NASA approach control on frequency 121.0. All participating VFR aircraft must contact NASA approach control approximately 25 nautical miles from airport and expect vectors for sequencing.
Nassau clearance, Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, request IFR clearance to Kilo Mike Lima Bravo.
Cirrus 54 Tango Lima Juliet, delivery on request timeline.
Standing by, and the tail number is 547 Tango Juliet. Important to get the tail number right on the clearance. Since we're outside the U.S., I probably should have said November, but she knew what I meant.
547 Tango Juliet, copy clearance.
Ready to copy. 7 Tango Juliet.
Clear to the Kilo Mike Lima Bravo Airport via Peach. Then as 5, premium maintain of 4,000, expect 10,000. 10 minutes after departure, squawk 7731.
Okay, clear to Kilo Mike Lima Bravo via Peach intersection, initial altitude 4,000, expect 10 and 10, 7731 on the squawk.
3 bar correct, departure 1210, ground 1217, safe parking.
Okay, approach is 121.0 and ground 121.7. We're parked at Odyssey. All right, so we've got the ground frequency queued up, and tower is on standby. Nassau ground, Cirrus, November 547 Tango Juliet at Odyssey with X-ray. Request taxi to active.
Cirrus, November 547 Tango Juliet ground, taxi to runway 28 via Kilo, plan for 28 Kilo departure.
28 via Kilo, and expect Kilo departure, 7 Tango Juliet. This is a super long runway, so an intersection departure is no problem at all. And there is Odyssey Aviation, kind of a cool full-service FBO. You can just show up here pretty much unannounced. They'll handle all your paperwork for you. They'll take care of all the government paperwork, the local paperwork, and they'll even find you transport to your hotel. Nassau Tower, Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, ready for departure 28 Kilo.
Cirrus November 547 Tango Juliet, Nassau, target day, roger, hold short.
Holding short, 7 Tango Juliet. So you see, the departure, regular IFR departure procedures, nothing different than what we do in the U.S.
November 547 Tango Juliet, 28 Kilo, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 28 Kilo, 7 Tango Juliet. So we had 2 planes ready for departure right at the same time. And so he let the faster one out first, which makes sense.
November 547 Tango Juliet, runway 28 Kilo, fly runway heading, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 Kilo, runway heading, 7 Tango Juliet.
November 7 Tango Juliet, contact departure 121.0.
Over to departure 121.0, 7 Tango Juliet. Nassau approach, Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, just off Nassau, it's climbing out at 600.
547 Tango Juliet, Nassau departure radar, contact, climb and maintain 10,000, and right turn direct Peach.
Up to 10,000, direct Peach, 7 Tango Juliet.
Good day.
Oh, we're gonna flip. Don't.
Oh, we gotta get the...
Don't.
We gotta turn, of course.
5 miles southbound out of 4 foot 3,000, no factor.
Look at the water.
Yeah.
1 tick.
Rest of the trip is entirely over water. In about 100 miles from now, we will be passing over Freeport. So for that island, we have a little bit of land underneath us. But other than that, the rest of the way is all water. So that's why we've got our life vests on. You may have noticed that Lisa's not knitting anymore. And there's a good reason for that. We have now Starlink, so now she has a lot more entertainment at her fingertips. Did you even bring the knitting bag?
Yes,
November 847, Tango Julie, contact Miami 12637.
126.37, and is that for 547 Tango Juliet? 126.37, that's Tango Juliet. Actually, I stand corrected. There are a couple of little islands here. Hub Key and Fraser's Hog Key. There are 3 private runways on those islands, so in case of emergency, those are good options.
Flight 501.
And goodbye to TJ.
I think somebody called my name on frequency. I don't know who. All right, the headwind is gotten worse. It's 22 knot headwind. Let's ask them for lower. Maybe it'll be better. Mining Center, Cirrus, November 547 Tango Juliet. Request down to 8,000.
November 547 Tango Juliet, just in the maintain 8,000.
Down to 8,000. That's Tango Juliet.
Melbourne International Airport information, Mike, time 1653 Zulu, wind 030 at 7, visibility 10, sky conditions clear, temperature 19, dew point 07, altimeter 3028. Visual approach in use, landing and departing runway 9 or right, 9 or left, runway 5. Approaches are being conducted to parallel and converging runways. Use caution for bird activity in the vicinity of the airport.
All right, we have information, Mike. The flight, completely uneventful, bit of a headwind this time, and so it was about 2 hours instead of an hour and 40 minutes, but it was smooth. Now, the ATC comms along the way were pretty standard, a little busy, but just regular handoffs from Nassau to Miami, to another Miami, to another Miami, and eventually it'll be to Melbourne Tower. Miami Center, 547 Tango Juliet. We have Mike at Melbourne. Request direct destination if possible. Tried to ask him for a little bit of a shortcut.
Juliet, clear direct Melbourne.
Direct Melbourne, 7 Tango Juliet. Thanks. Look at that. We got a little shortcut. That's going to get us out of this crazy headwind. Miami Center, Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, 8,000.
Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, Miami Center, good afternoon. Rear beach customer 3027, descend and maintain 6,000.
3027 down to 6,000. 7 Tango Juliet. I see the land.
82.
We're 547 Tango Juliet, contact Orlando approach 126.02. See ya.
126.02. 7 Tango Juliet. Orlando approach. 547 Tango Juliet, 6,000.
547 Tango Juliet, Orlando approach, roger. Altimeter 3027, Mike. I hear is current at Melbourne. I'm still showing Lima, but advise whenever you get the actual latest code. And for now, plan on the visual approach center, right?
We have information, Mike, and request 908. Orlando approach, 7 Tango Juliet, field in sight, request lower.
7 Tango Juliet, I'll have lower for you here shortly. Right now, it looks like you're going to be number 2. I got a Skyhawk on about a 7-mile final and a C-130 coming in from the north.
Copy, 7 Tango Juliet.
547 Tango Juliet, turn 15 degrees to the left, descend and maintain 4,000.
15 degrees left, down to 4,000. 7 Tango Juliet.
547 Tango Juliet, descend and maintain 2,000.
Down to 2,000. 7 Tango Juliet. So he kept me high to the last minute, so this is going to hurt my FlyStow score because it's going to show that I'm descending 1,000 feet a minute. I'm kind of on the right downwind at 155 knots. So this is a little faster than it should be, but it's the only way I can get down to where I need to get to.
7 Tango Juliet, turn 10 degrees left.
10 degrees left, 7 Tango Juliet. But I'll have plenty of time to stabilize things because he's going to vector me around.
547 Tango Juliet, you're following the C-130, 1 o'clock, 7 miles southeastbound, 2,000 descending.
Copy, 7 Tango Juliet. Okay.
Let me know if or when you get him in sight.
Searching, 7 Tango Juliet. Traffic in sight for 7 Tango Juliet. Wow, he's big.
547 Tango Juliet, follow the C-130, caution wake turbulence, cleared visual approach, 908.
Cleared visual approach behind the C-130, 7 Tango Juliet. Now, this doesn't happen very often.
I was offline. I believe somebody was calling there. I don't know who it was. 7 Tango Juliet, Melbourne Tower knows that you've got the C-130 in sight, that you're following them. Again, caution wake turbulence, tower's on 18-2.
Over to tower, 7 Tango Juliet.
That him coming down over there?
Yep, that's a giant plane. It's a C-130. Melbourne Tower, Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, on the visual behind the C-130.
7 Tango Juliet, just give him a little room. He's got to roll all the way to the end. Caution wake turbulence. Runway 9 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, number 2, 7 Tango Juliet.
7 Tango Juliet, do you know where you're going to park?
We're going to customs, 7 Tango Juliet.
Copy that. 7 Tango Juliet, you can plan to exit at Romeo. It's about 3/4 field on the right-hand side.
We'll plan for Romeo, 7 Tango Juliet. Just plan to land. I don't care where the taxiway is. I'll figure that out later. There's a bird right there. Go away, bird.
Oh, shit.
Oh, look at that nice smooth landing.
November 7 Tango Juliet, continue down the runway, turn right at Romeo, hold short runway 5, stay with me.
Right on Romeo, short of 5. 7 Tango Juliet.
Thanks. Are you familiar with customs?
Affirmative.
Okay, copy that.
Jacket's off now?
You can take everything off.
Everything.
Whatever you want. And here's the customs agent right there. This is why we come to
If you
Melbourne.
like this video, you might enjoy this playlist up here. If you want to see what YouTube thinks you'll like best next, check out the video down here.